welcome Dr. Abhijit Chatterjee sir as a chairperson. Please welcome sir. Dr. Abhijit Chatterjee sir, cardiologist specialization in adult cardiology. He holds in MBBS, MD, General Medicine and DM Cardiology and is recognized for his expertise and dedication to prevent care. A national scholar, he has received several academic honors including a gold medal in pathology. Also, we call upon Dr. Hemant Gopal sir. Please welcome on stage sir. Dr. Hemant Gopal sir is a professor at Adesh Institute of Medical Science, Adesh University, Bhatinda, and also serve as the director of BMC Hospital, Bhatinda. Sure, no, you are
I'm a chairperson.
yes, yes, sir. Arvind Kumar, sir. Chairperson, sir. Please welcome Dr. Arvind Kumar Arya, sir, consultant diabetologist and active member of IMA, RSSDI, API, and CCDSI. He will present on diabetic dyslipidemia. Please, sir.
Be here. I look forward for this every year, and I'm very much thankful to Dr. Ashutosh Mishra sir, Dr. Pallavi and the whole team, the organizing team for inviting me. Okay, so topic today is diabetic dyslipidemia. It is my personal feeling that the more we discuss about this topic, it is always less, because we know by months and years diabetes is increasing, and so along the dyslipidemia is increasing, and the intention of such conferences are to increase the voice level of prevention, increase the voice level of awareness, so that the complications can be prevented, and early detection is very, very important. Practically speaking, most of us or most of the population, they are not aware that they are suffering from either diabetes or dyslipidemia or pre-diabetes. So usually they are detected in mass screening or routine checkup, और फिर आजकल वो पैकेज आया हुआ है कि एक इतने शॉर्ट में पूरा पैकेज कर लो. So in that case, or pre-employment checkup, in that they are detected. So the burden of diabetes, we all know it is increasing, and if you see in comparison to the age, as far as the male and females are catching up fast with the males, not only in academics and the career, but also in the diseases and also in the sedentary lifestyle. So they are not far behind us, and I'm happy that we are going shoulder to shoulder in as far as the disease is also concerned. So disease burden of diabetes, it is increasing to fourfold. In also as cardiovascular mortality is there. Mortality in diabetes is more than 70% due to the cardiac disease. It increases due to risk of stroke, leading causes of blindness are there. So these are all to say that let us not take this diabetes, let us not take this complications of diabetes very lightly, and periodical, even if your HbA1c is maintained between 6.5 to 7, it is very, very important that periodically we should go for re-checkup. ऐसा नहीं है कि अरे आज तो हमारा 6 महीना पहले HbA1c 6 था, 6.5 था, तो अब मुझे कुछ नहीं करना. No. With our dietary and other predisposing factors, risk factors awareness is very, very important. So duration of type 2 diabetes, you can see that it is like increasing with CVD and years of diabetes. As the years increases, the complications and the other comorbid things goes on increasing. So in India, 9 out of 10 diabetics are dyslipidemic. So this is the alarming condition, and mostly this is related with the diet. So dietitians are here. I can see the big smile on their face. There are big work is there for you all, and this can only be, and let me tell you, this diet in our Jamshedpur, dietitians are playing a very important role in schools. स्कूल्स में दे डू वर्कशॉप, पेरेंट्स को बुला के कि बच्चों को क्या टिफिन देना है और क्या है, और वहाँ पे एक वर्कशॉप करते हैं, एंड they educate even the students, principal and all. So dietitians plays a very important role if we want to bring this down. I was looking for a slide changer. I think they don't have it. Anyway, so diabetic, sorry, it's okay, I'll do it. Diabetic dyslipidemia, we know increased triglycerides, low HDL, and most important is the LDL level. LDL level is very, very important, and then in most of the conferences, we always say that LDL level should be low. The maximum it has gone that, okay, 100, but no. But practically it has to be around 60, 70, and then it is asked how low we can go. There is no specific data, but it is said that lower is the better. Even we can go as low as 30, and that is going to benefit. So LDL has to be targeted. Does lowering LDL lowers risk, reduce? Yes, you can see from this data there is a, in the red you can see that atorvastatin and the placebo. So how important is those statins? They plays an important role in lowering the LDL level and preventing cardiovascular diseases. So agar improve IT trial, these are few trials, big trials of the patients. Again, if you can see, the coloring is there. In green, there are no diabetics, blue, no diabetics, but red one, you can see that there are diabetics with, in comparison to the placebo, how important the role plays, the statins. And see, it is also important that, it is not only important that what drug we are prescribing, more important than that is that in what dose we are prescribing. That is also very important. And what the practical problem is that suppose a patient comes to us, we prescribe some medicine, suppose we prescribed atorvastatin 20 milligram. What the patient does, they fail to follow up, and they go, and here in India it is very easy to buy medicine across the counter, prescription dikhaya, le liya. There are patients who revert back after 5 years. भैया 5 साल कहाँ थे? तो सर इसी को लेके चल रहा था, यही दवा रिपीट करा, कोई तकलीफ नहीं थी तो आने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी, बट एक बार जब फैमिली का प्रेशर हुआ, कुछ झटका लगा, कुछ ऐसा हुआ, then they come for review. So it is very important also to mention in our prescription review after so many days. This is also very important from medical legal aspect also. We usually fail. We हम लोग लिख देते हैं ना 30 days के लिए मेडिसिन लिख दिया, and या फिर 1 month, 2 months, but often we fail to write a review after 3 months, review after 6 months. So that is also equally important. Despite achieving mean LDL even less than 30, diabetic patient had CV events, thus we need to look into other lipoproteins, and then triglyceride levels are also plays an important role. So is high triglycerides a severe risk? Let's see. Lipid Association of India expert consensus statement is there, and it classification of fasting serum triglyceride in comparison to the non-fasting, it also plays very important role. Optimal, we want to maintain it. So triglyceride is also equally important as far as even LDL is concerned. So here you can see the comparison, like high triglyceride levels contribute to the residual risk after statin treatment, you can see, and before statin treatment. So it is very important that catch early and catch hit hard. So these are the few trials like the outcome trials, significant decrease in CV events in those with triglycerides less than 85, miracle trial, significant decrease in CV. So these are the trials which suggest that we talk science and there are data to prove it. So lipid and cardiovascular disease, triglycerides and cardiovascular disease, all those studies are there and the comparison is there. This all promotes that this is very, very important and how the post-treatment benefit are there with the patients. So will treating high triglycerides reduce CV events? Yes, you can see that there are 35% relative risk reduction. 35% is not less. It is really very, very high as far as a diseased patient is concerned, high risk patients are concerned. So reduction is very important and that has to be highlighted. Legacy effect of fibrate and add-on therapy is there. Fibrate treatment during the initial trial period was associated with legacy benefit of improved survival over post-trial follow-up, and then dyslipidemia is benefited with it. Saroglitazole we are using these days, and first approved gamma agonist is there, but no cardiovascular outcome. Earlier it was there, but now the data are there supporting the use. Expecting evidence to treat triglyceride, there are a few studies like strength study, prominent, evaporate studies are there. Prominent study proved that you can see that there is a significant reduction in placebo run, and along with the 5 years there are much benefit with these drugs. So lipid association, even first visit, how to screen the patient if there is fasting lipid profile, non-fasting lipid profile, and to conclude, you can see that in the Indian subjects with dyslipidemia, both the fasting and non-fasting lipid profile should be known. So comparison is very, very important to judge whether LDL cholesterol goals have been achieved and to determine the need for additional LDL cholesterol lowering fasting lipid profile or offered LDL cholesterol measurement is recommended. Non-HDL cholesterol is co-primary target for SVT prevention as per the Lipid Association 2016 recommendation, and you can see that meta-analysis of data obtained from these treated patients enrolled in 8 trials published between 94 and 2008. Much work is going on, the studies are there and it is an ongoing process. There are comparison, you can see that if patient XYZ, this is just hypothetical, if patient XYZ LDL cholesterol is 110 but triglyceride is 80, another set of patient where ABC patient relative the triglyceride is 210, you can see the risk in the first patient, whereas the risk is only 2%, and in the second patient, second set of patient, the risk goes up to more than 32%. So it is very, very alarming and it has to be taken care of. So type 1 diabetes, CV risk, lipid lowering, all those recommendations are there of ADA guidelines are there. This is again, you can see the screen with non-fasting triglyceride, optimal will be around 100 lifestyle intervention. And even if it is another thing which we compare optimal, normal, borderline, the much improvement is there with the treatment. So recommendations, these are the all diabetes with no SVCD, and these are all comparison. So just see the goal, how the goal, what should be our goal to control and for the benefit of the patient. It is very important that in high risk, goal is less than 70, but in very high risk, our goal of LDL goes down. It goes to 50. If in very high risk, even it can go to 50. And then last slide, extreme high risk, our target should be as low as 30. This is how LDL should be targeted as far as the treatment is concerned. Combination lipid lowering therapy is there. So these are all new molecules which we have been using now. Ezetimibe, his sound level is increasing and patients are now improving with this. Doctors are prescribing and patients are accepting also. This is the combination with the statin and we are getting very, very good results. These are the various studies which supports the combination therapy. The effect of adding niacin is also there. You can see that effect of niacin, two studies, 1 gram and 2 grams. Here LDL reduction is by 8%, HDL increase by 24% with 1 gram, and reduction in triglyceride is up to 24%. But whereas in 2 grams, you can say there is marked improvement in the HDL level, decrease in LDL, and also decrease in triglycerides. So with the dose difference, our target is also improving. So ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, ASBCD is common in patients with type 2 diabetes. Not only morbidity but also CV mortality is on the rise. AD characterized by increase in triglycerides, small dense LDL particles, and decrease in HDL is common in patients with diabetes mellitus. Priority is to reduce LDL cholesterol with statins plus ezetimibe and to achieve LDL cholesterol target. Attention needs to be paid to reduce triglyceride and non-HDL cholesterol. Fibrates may play a role in reducing triglyceride with possible benefit in reducing cardiovascular events. And never forget to emphasize therapeutic and lifestyle. Lifestyle is very important, and it is also equally important to record it in our prescription, the importance of lifestyle management and the care. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sir.